And now I'm going to go in with my red. Well, actually what I might do is put a bit of white underneath it first, or even flesh tone, because that's looking a bit dull on there. So the light, when I'm squinting at it, is very, very bright, sort of here. Let's get them in. You don't want to lose, that's it, I think, because that's, I mean, you can layer it over there. I mean, you're going to make it a bit dirty, but you do need it to be quite light here, because this is the light side. So let's perhaps put this underneath before I put the red on there. And we can use, I've got two reds, I think, in the smaller kit where you've got a red and an orange. So it's quite an orangey red, so let's go with that. And it will really pop against the blues, having a bit of orange on there as well. So this part is in quite a lot of dark shadow, so I don't want too much there. Well, I'm going to bring that right over. Okay, my jumble of... I think it'd be really nice to just break this actually, and use the side of it, because then you'll get much more feel of the fabric, and it's quite nice to use them like this. And it also gives you kind of like this lovely energy, as well as keeping the a lot of the paper tone in there. I don't want to lose it all, but just by ladling in too much red. So I'm going to start with the red the closest red that I've got to the actual tone that I can see. So it's this strong red. But I think I might come over it with some orange as well. It's really, really dark here, so you could almost come back in with like the purplish colour that we've got in here, which is like a lovely amethyst. Why not? It kind of reflects on that blue. I'm going to use it, break it off and use it from the smaller kit like that. Hoping you can see I'm not too far over. So that's a bit of purple. And to get those dark tones in. It could be that you use a little bit of the dark blue as well, purpley blue. What have I got in my basic kit? I've got the strong blue. Let's use that for the shadows. And then I think I might just wash over with the orange to lift it. So again, break it off and use it in that kind of free way, because I think it's really nice. So on those higher grounds, let's blend that actual red that we've got. Let's create that kind of zingy red, because it is really gorgeous. We can put in the blue to create this shadow coming out from here as well. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, it's good to use the paper tone if you can. Use a smudger if you want to really get it looking cloth-like. I'm getting a bit grey there, which I didn't really want, but I don't know, it's quite interesting because you've got those greyish tones happening. How to project that shadow, I think it might be just purple really, and just leaving the paper tone to do the work for me. It isn't quite dark enough though really. Let's just layer up some of these blues. I think that would be the answer. The blue on top seems to work quite well. If you've got a purplish blue, that's going to be the answer, because you want to make kind of a purplish colour there by blending it perhaps. I might even use the mucky end of this because it doesn't matter too much. There we go, so get that kind of dark. Yeah, it did matter. I think I need to clean it off. Let's use this one. I really want this to be very dark under here and show that it's kind of folded fabric. And then mix in the orange again to create the red that we want, that kind of popping red. We can do it over the top of that flesh tone, so you can create the lightest tone with that. You could come over the top with a little bit of white as well. Just wondering whether to bring in that orange a bit more there to keep it light and bright. It's getting a little bit muddy now. that's it. I don't want to do too much more to this. I think probably slightly overworked on this side as well. You don't really want grey. But yeah, I think there's enough of the paper tone there showing through. I might make this a little bit more dark because it is super dark over there, so I'm going to go back in with that very, very dark blue and get it to pop. Let's scrape out and put in these very light details again, because you kind of want these kind of fingers of shapes coming up. There's sort of wisps of it coming out again to make it more pineapple-y. On my image I can see a lot of shadow further over, so I'm going to put that in anyway because I want it to be really dark. It looks really lovely against the browns. I mean, do enjoy the colours. It's amazing how painterly you can be with these. That's already looking much more interesting, isn't it, with that dark shadow there, because these are your final touches. And it is a case of just looking over it and seeing if there's any more dark you want to put in. You could define these a bit more even. Really work on those. What you don't want to do is overblend it, I think, with this, because it's quite a nice free painterly piece of work. You don't really want to overblend. But you are working with lots of colours and going back over it in these final stages. I think that dark blue is really helping it look three-dimensional. Definitely. And getting those dark shadows in there behind it so that it looks like it's really sitting on top. Okay, I don't think I want to do too much because I don't want to lose these edges here. I think